Every day is a new day, it's better to be lucky, but I'll rather be exact. Then when love comes in, I'm ready. These are the lines from the famous book The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, which I recently finished reading online. So in today's video, I'm gonna share a few main things about this book, as to why you should read this book or why I read this book, the characters, the basic storyline, what lessons you can draw from it, and at last, my genuine feedback, what I felt after reading this book, which I'm gonna share with you. So please stay with me till the end to get the exact information about this book. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Now coming back to this question as to why you should read this book or why I read this book, basically there are three main reasons for it. The very first is it's a novella, and a novella is basically a short story book. And if I talk about this novella, it's just of 99 pages which you can complete in no time. And I personally enjoy reading novellas as it gives such great experience of life in short span of time. The second reason is it's a classic novella, and classic books always leave a great or long lasting impression on the minds of the reader even after reading them. The third main reason is its author Ernest Hemingway bagged the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1954 for his unique art of narration adopted in this novel, The Old Man and the Sea. There are mainly two characters in this book. The first is the protagonist named Santiago, who is a poor old fisherman but with a strong willpower and determination. The second is a boy named Manuel, whom this old man taught fishing, and therefore he holds immense respect and regard for this fisherman and tries to help him in each and every way possible. He even wants to go on fishing with him, but his parents forbid him from doing so, as the old man is considered to be unlucky and they do not want their child to spend time with someone whom they consider to be unlucky. Talking about the basic storyline of this book, this old fisherman is considered unlucky, as I mentioned before, as he could not catch a single fish for the last 84 days, and because of this he is also mocked upon by his fellow fishermen who doubt his potential and consider him to be unskilled or unlucky. But irrespective of all this criticism, he again sets out for fishing on the 85th day and goes far away from the shore in his pursuit. After 2 days of hard work, unrelenting persistence and perseverance, he finally manages to hook a gigantic marlin fish which was of 18 feet, and his own skiff or boat was of 16 feet, which means the fish was 2 feet bigger than his own skiff, and therefore he could not keep the fish inside his boat and had to tie to the outer part of the skiff for returning back to home. While returning, a successive group of sharks attacked the marlin fish to feed on it, and the old man had to fight alone with the sharks to shoo them away. But unfortunately, in this process, the sharks managed to eat almost the entire marlin fish, and what the old man took along with him home was a mere skeleton of the fish, and he tied the skeleton to his boat and went for sleeping. The 80% of the story in this book is about his struggle for 3 days in catching a big fish, but it's more about how he motivates himself alone in the sea, fights hunger, thirst, pain, and how he manages all this alone in the sea. Although the story seems very simple, yet there are a lot of life lessons that one can draw from it. So I'm going to share some of the main lessons that can be drawn from this book. The very first is never give up and always keep your hope alive, because hope is something that keeps us going. The second is don't be too much dependent on your luck, because there are a lot of people who just depend on their luck and do not try or do not stretch their limits, because luck is something on which we do not have control. So just give your best to whatever work you do and you will definitely get the fruit of it one day. The third lesson is never complain. Although this fisherman was poor, old, lived hand to mouth and didn't have modern equipments for fishing, yet he never complained and just kept on doing his job. The next lesson is acknowledge your mistakes. Now we all make mistakes, but it's more important for us to acknowledge them so that we don't repeat them next time. In this book, the old man went too far from the shore in pursuit of fishing, and while returning had to face a lot of hardships. Then he realized that he should not have gone so far for fishing. The next is be humble. In this book, the old man, even after catching or killing such a giant marlin, never took pride in himself. Even before killing the fish, he sympathizes with the fish and regards him as his brother, and understands that he cannot do anything about the situation he is stuck in. As being a fisherman, he has to kill the fish for his survival, and understands that it is the ultimate mechanism or order of nature in which one creature has to kill the other in order to survive. The sixth lesson is be ready for unexpected or unforeseen changes. The sharks in this book symbolize the unexpected changes that can happen in our life or that can take place in our life. So before doing anything, we should always keep a backup plan in our mind in case of any emergency that might arise or in case of any change that can take place. Now the last main lesson is motivation is the key to life, and it is something which helps us to tackle the difficult problems in our life with ease. In this book, the old man keeps motivating himself by giving himself pep talk and seeking inspiration from his favorite baseball player. Now it depends on us, and we need to find ways by which we can motivate ourselves. We might not always have people who can motivate us. Even though we have people, they might not be able to motivate us unless we are ready to do it ourselves. So we should always keep finding ways to motivate ourselves, and it is something that helps us a lot. Now I'm gonna give my own personal review or my personal feedback after reading this book, so that it can help you guys to decide if you want to go with this book or not. So I'd like to rate it 3.5 out of 5 stars, as this book holds a lot of life lessons, themes and allegory. I deducted 1.5 points as there are a lot of drag in many places which makes one feel boring. And secondly, because Hemingway tries to elaborate even the minutest detail related to fishing, which is very difficult for a person who is not acquainted or who is oblivious to fishing to understand, to relate or to interpret. So one has to repeatedly refer to dictionary to know the vocabulary being used in the book related to fishing, or watch the videos to get the techniques related to fishing which are being repeatedly shown or explained in this book. I am saying because I personally did all these things. Otherwise, the person cannot understand what is happening in this book, and it is very essential to first do all these things, then only you can understand this book. So therefore, you need to be a lot patient to know this book and to read this book. Although this book is of 99 pages, still you require a lot of time and patience, especially if you do not know anything about fishing or different fishes. So this was the review of this book. I hope you found it useful, and if you like my video, please like it and share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more such updates on books. Till then, bye.